What's up, everybody? It's the Fantasy Dads. Really exciting show this Thursday. We have a new guest host that has never been on with us. Long time listener. Always a fan of the show. Always in our comments. Michelangelo, how the heck are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm just living the dream, boys. Living the dream. Appreciate you guys bringing me into this. This is pretty cool. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to really make people go wow with some of these takes, boys. So let's do it.
Hell yeah, man. For those that don't know, I've known Michelangelo for probably like 8 years now. We're on TikTok too. Hector says hi from Mexico. What's up, Hector? We're a fantasy football show. We're also on Facebook Live right now, me and Michael. So for TikTok, you can really only see me. But on Facebook and YouTube, I think we're live on YouTube. If my producer could let me know, that would be great. But otherwise, if you shoot over to Facebook and look up at the Fantasy Dads, you can find us there. We go live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning before the games. We'll talk to you a little bit tonight about the obvious injuries for tonight. We'll talk to you guys about so we're on YouTube as well. So look up at the Fantasy Dads, and you can find us there. If you could give us a like, give us a follow. We post some funny shit, and we'll be here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Michelangelo, I know you watch the show, but I know you don't really get to see the inner workings of it. So what we do normally on Thursday nights is we run through the news and injuries as best as we can. Tonight, because it's a shorter show, we're just gonna run through the injuries for tonight. I think they're fairly obvious. A lot of people making moves because of them. And then we'll go to our Who Would You? And basically that is who would you rather play this weekend? I got I got 5 ors for you. Who would you play, him or him? And then I have one general question that I think I would be interested in hearing what you have to say about it. We can talk a little bit about what we expect for tonight. I think it's kind of a crapshoot, to be honest with you, on one side of the ball.
Definitely.
And on the other side of the ball, just as well. It just kind of happens that way. So let's run through the injuries. So for the Packers, we got Javonte Adams out. We didn't know if he was going to be fully out or not. Unfortunately, he did not pass COVID protocol for tonight. I actually made a trade with him. In one of my leagues this week, I traded with Smirks. If you guys are fans of the show, you would know that Smirks is he's always fucking smirking, really. So he can't be with us tonight. I traded Stephon Diggs for Davante Adams straight up. So I thought it was worthwhile. Ben, what's up, man? Ben Schmitty is on TikTok. He said, what do you do for work? Not this. I wish I was getting paid for this already, Ben, but I'm not yet, buddy. Someday that's the goal, but I'm an IT recruiter. So if anybody's in IT and needs a job, give me a holler. So back to it. Davante Adams out tonight. Huge loss for the Packers. Huge loss for Aaron Rodgers, though statistics and historical data would probably tell you otherwise, but I'm not here to talk about that shit. You guys can go over to Sports Center if you want to hear more about the statistical data of Aaron Rodgers winning while Davante Adams is out. I am only concerned about fantasy. Alan Lazard, big loss for tonight because I think a lot of people were kind of depending on him, being here, being in this game tonight, replacing that Davante Adams role. Obviously, MVS is out. We thought he might be a good go, but he is not. Ben Schmidt said, good luck, go Packers. All right, man, I got to tell you, I got Arizona on the money line, Benny, so my bad, man. As far as that, so really, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have too many people to throw to, Michelangelo. It's really just like Randall Cobb, Equanimus St. Brown. I may be saying his name wrong.
I think it's going to be a crapshoot. I think guys that haven't been involved in the offense are definitely going to get a lot more touches, seeing as Aaron Rodgers' security blanket, Davante Adams, is not in the lineup tonight. So
yeah,
I like Mercedes Lewis tonight. I think Mercedes Lewis is going to have
Mercedes Lewis. If you're on TikTok, this man is talking about Mercedes Lewis. I love it.
Yeah, I think Mercedes Lewis is definitely going to get a TD tonight. Maybe not a lot of yards, but definitely he's going to get a TD.
All right, bet. All right, bet. I'll take that for a beer bet. You're your first time on a show.
Let's do it. Yeah,
If
let's
you
do
haven't
it.
heard
We're live.
yet, and you're it's the we're live as hell right now. If you guys haven't watched our show before, we do beer bets around here. So basically, for this particular one, Michelangelo bet that Mercedes Lewis will score a touchdown tonight. I do not think he will, so I will bet one beer for you, and I'm sure I'll just give it to you at hockey someday soon.
Oh, I'm sure I'll see you on Monday.
That's great. All right, I went over to Facebook real quick. Anthony Placido, what's up, man? Glad you could come in. Bob Pita, as always, said yo. Awesome to see you here, Bob, as always. Sean Grant, would you still take the Cards given 5.5, 6 for the spread? No, I made a mistake before Alan Lazard was out. I saw on the Rhode Island Sportsbook that it was at 3.5. I think it was either 2.5 or 3.5. It was really close, man. And unfortunately, I did not take them then. I took the money line. But I don't think I listen. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, Michelangelo. Like at the end of the day, a 6-1 team. I believe the Packers are 5 out of the last 6. Where's my notes here? Packers have covered the spread in 6 straight. Cardinals have covered in 6 out of 7 this season. Those are tough odds for me to take a spread on this game personally. I don't bet enough money or have enough money to do either. So, what are your thoughts on that?
If I were to bet tonight, I would take the Packers in the under. They're going up against a tough Arizona offense. They got AJ Green, who quite frankly hasn't done much, but he's going to make an appearance, I think, tonight. I just think that they got Zach Ertz from the Eagles in a previous deal, and he made an appearance in the end zone last week. So I think Ertz is gonna fit in quite well for Kyler Murray. Who else do I got here? I like Randall Cobb tonight for the Packers. Randall Cobb was an off-season acquisition for Green Bay. Previous, correct me if I'm wrong. I forget the previous team, but he was with Green Bay prior to, and then at the end of the season he took off. But I think Randall. Yeah,
he was with the Texans.
Cobb, yeah, that's right. Yep. He's always played with injuries, but you're getting a healthy Randall Cobb. I mean, I think Randall Cobb is definitely going to step in. Robert Tonyan, he's been quiet. Look for him to get involved a little bit tonight. So yeah, I would definitely take the Packers in the under tonight. But with that being said, I think what's the under at tonight? What's
the over under is 50.5, and
I would say 47.
Yeah, if you're a fan of the show, you absolutely know that I'm gonna take the over in this game. I believe bang the over, smash. Yeah. Remember that video back in the day of that hitchhiker that killed a dude with a smash. I'm smashing the over. Kyle Hutchinson on TikTok said, "I bet Cobb scores a TD." Kyle, I bet you're right, man, because they don't have too many other people to. So, you're just as good to bet. Perk said Cobb to the moon. Love it. Listen, it's going to be a little bit nostalgic to see Randall Cobb. Some kid told me today on Twitter, 11 for 145 and 2 tutties. And listen, I'm an Aaron Jones owner, so I'm hoping that's not not a thing. Yum Spinach wants to go live with me on TikTok. I don't know who you are, bro, and this is my first time live on TikTok. So if you give us a follow, maybe I'll consider it on Sunday. All right, so give us a follow, like our videos, share our videos. If I see your name on there, promise to God I'll invite you on Sunday. So listen, a lot of players in this game, on Cardinals side, man. We got J.J. Watt out for the season. With an injury, he's done. Now, personally, I don't know his exact stats in front of me. I don't know his QB pressures. I know that PFF would have that. Unfortunately, I don't have a subscription to that. How much of a difference do you think it's going to make, Michelangelo? And if you're watching on TikTok, we are on YouTube live right now and Facebook Live. Shoot over, look up at the Fantasy Dads, and you'll find us live. I'm here with Michelangelo. Yeah, what do you think about the defensive side of the ball? Now we do have Chandler Jones coming back, if I remember correctly.
This is right. I was actually just going to touch up on that. I mean, it was inevitable that J.J. Watt was going to get hurt. It was like a ticking time bomb. Kind of reminds you of a couple of years back, showing a little age here, is the Stephen Ridley. If you drafted Stephen Ridley, you knew he was going to get hurt. It was a matter of when.
Yeah.
Same thing with J.J. Watt defense. It was a matter of when he was going to get hurt. So
Yep.
with Chandler Jones coming back, you're gonna look. He's gonna be firing on all cylinders. He's gonna be looking to fill a role. Granted, it's a different position, but he's gonna be looking to fill a role of a J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt has a loud voice in the field. He's a captain. He's a captain for a reason. But everybody forgets about Chandler Jones. He's like the captain without the C on the sweater there. So Chandler Jones is definitely gonna make an impact tonight. What I am saying is the Cardinals' defense has been pretty good this season. I just think teams play down the teams' level now. Don't get me wrong; tonight's going to be a great football game, but there's going to be some big plays, and the Cardinals they're going to be too aggressive when they should be a little more conservative.
All right, and listen, I think they're going to come out flying hot. I really do. I think the Cardinals are going to try to put big money on the board quick because they know what Aaron Rodgers can do, man. It's no secret. Do you have anybody going in tonight's game, by the way? I meant to ask you.
I actually, believe it or not, I dropped the Packers defense, so I
smart move.
This is the first week of the year that I can enjoy a Thursday night and not have anybody going in the game.
This is like the best.
This is the biggest game football game of the year, the greatest game of the season. This is
the best. This is the best game.
Nobody going.
The best Thursday game since what did they say? 100 years? They said 1934 was the last time two teams have been 13-1 collectively combined going into a game. So that's crazy that you have absolutely nobody going.
Just for horseplay, I did throw in couple of DFS lineups.
You did,
kind of interesting ones, a couple of them. If you want me to get into them, I certainly will. But you got, I'll be quick. I'll ramble off a couple of things quick.
Sure, yeah. Because I stopped doing it.
Captain MVP.
Love that.
I got Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers, Robert Tonyan, Matt Prater, Randall Cobb.
Wow, that's a big lineup.
Another one, I've got Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, Aaron Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, Equana St. Brown, and Juwan Winfrey. Yeah, Equanimous. Yeah, I didn't want to botch that one.
That's okay. It's a tough one. I think he would agree to that.
Equanimous St. Brown and Juwan Winfrey. And then one more. There's only like $3, Rondale Moore, Kyler Murray, Aaron Jones is the captain MVP. Aaron Rodgers, Christian Kirk, and Mercedes Lewis.
There we go. All right.
Yep, there it is.
I like those lineups. Listen, I stopped doing DFS because I absolutely suck at it. I'm just not that good at it. To be honest.
I got a hilarious story as to why I just have into the DFS. So I logged in. I thought it would be a great day to log in one night and make a complete degenerate bet up in the state of New Hampshire where if sports betting was legal. So, I made a degenerate bet on the Welsh Open. It was a pool.
Okay. For those of us on TikTok right now, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. I'm here with Michelangelo. You're listening to the Fantasy Dads. And this man was gambling on not just gambling. You said it was DFS,
it was my first time doing the DraftKings sports bet.
The first time he ever did DraftKings Sportsbook, he was betting on the Welsh Open. That's nuts.
So, and this was it was snooker, the Welsh Open. For those that don't know, is snooker, which is cool. Yeah,
it wasn't even. I thought it was tennis.
Nope. It's snooker pool. Like two guys playing pool.
Oh my
And
God.
I chose. Actually made two bets. I chose the guy's name because I liked his name, and that one hit. And then I chose Edmonton in the Edmonton Oilers Calgary Flames game. I think this was 2 years ago.
The Battle of Alberta.
Edmonton, yes, the Battle of Alberta. Dude, it was the most like the playoffs. This was actually during COVID, dude. The playoffs started and they were playing the meaningless game. Remember that? The playoffs were like games 1 and 2 were being played, and then you had like the Edmonton Oilers playing the Calgary Flames, like a meaningless degenerate game. So I decided, I'm gonna throw a bet on that too, right? So going into the third period, Edmonton was up 4-0. Well, I bet that Calgary was gonna come back and score 5 goals to win the game, and lo and behold, it did.
You're kidding.
I was like, So I was like, oh, holy crap! Oh my god! So I'm like, you know what? I'll just cash out when I go home. So obviously we're over state lines, and I go to cash it when I got home and couldn't cash it in. So I just left it on DFS, and I just pick random like nights that I use it. When nights that I don't have anything going on, I just throw in a couple of DFS bets.
That's unreal.
If something hits, it hits. I mean, it was. That was the story.
The craziest thing I've ever heard.
I got involved on DFS.
Well, that is quite the way to get involved. Michelangelo, we do have some questions, buddy.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Kev said, "Yo, Moose, can't hear him on TikTok." Kev, he's not on TikTok. It's just me. So it's half of the time I'm just gonna be sitting here on TikTok looking gorgeous and not saying a damn thing, and everyone's just gonna have to deal with it. So all right. So let's back up. We got Tony Kane out here. Chris, what's up, man? We got Kev on. Perks is on. Jordo's on. Thank you guys. We'll get to your questions. Give us a moment. We'll start with Tony Kane's question first. Do I roll out Bobby Tonyan or A-Rob? Bobby Tonyan. I'm going to start this off quick. A-Rob, at this point, I'm not starting. I'm probably not even touching him. I don't even know if you can trade him at this point. I feel like A-Rob is at a point where if you're in a 10-team league especially, like I'll consider dropping him. In an 8-team, he's dropped. In a 12-team, if you're competitive enough, you're not going to drop him because we all know how each other react in certain leagues, right? Like you know what your guys do and what your league's going to do, and somebody's going to pick him up and he's going to go off when Andy Dalton comes back and eventually starts for the Bears. I don't know if that'll happen, but we'll see. But yeah, no, I'm rolling Robert Tonyan out tonight. I'm going to take the chance. But here's the thing, Tony, if it's in a flex spot, man, that worries me a little bit. Playing a flex, it depends. Is it a 2 flex, Tony?
Yeah, I was going to ask that question.
It's got to be.
That might, yeah, definitely. If it is, if not, though, I will say, look for Green Bay to run a lot of 2 tight end sets. So Tynan's going to see a lot of targets too. Is it PPR or is it standard?
Yeah, my guess is it's PPR. I don't know if Tony plays in many standard leagues.
I think I'm leaning on the Tonyan fence here.
Yeah,
this one.
I think I think I would take the chance if you're going between Robert Tonyan or A-Rob. Odds are like the people on your bench you probably wouldn't put in flex anyways. Right. So I would say Tonyan, man. Alex is in the house. What's up, Uncle Alex?
Can I make a note on the? Oh, wait a second. I was going to say,
go right ahead.
I wanted to make a note here. Is Tonyan scored 4 touchdowns in 2 games without Javonte Adams in 2020. There you go. And also had a season-high 98 receiving yards in one of those games. So
there you go.
I'm going Tonyan.
Yeah, I'm going Tonyan as well. For all of those on TikTok, we are on Facebook and YouTube. You can look up at the Fantasy Dads and find us there, where you can hear both of us and not just me sitting here half the time. Looking gorgeous. Keep the change. How are you? All right, Chris Gabry's here. What's up, fellas? With Green Bay so depleted, should I start Tonyan over Fant and Tonyan over Schultz? I'll let you attack that question first. That's an interesting one. So, you got Tonyan over Fant and Schultz. What do you have, Michelangelo?
I'm taking Schultz this week.
Okay.
I think what you saw from Dak the week before, the week before the bye, I think you got to take that serious. That's a man on a mission. That's a team on a mission this season. It actually flashes us back here to Tony Romo feeding the ball to Jason Witten.
Ooh, I like that.
Schultz has stepped up big time, and Minnesota's not that good of a they don't have that good of a defense. So I'm taking Schultz on that. I'm definitely taking Schultz there.
Fan. All right, great. I'm gonna have to agree. Yeah, I have Dalton Schultz as the number 6. On the week, I actually have Noah Fant as the number 7 versus Washington. And for me, Robert Tonyan's still at like 12. And I know he has a good match. I'm sorry, he does not have a good matchup against Arizona. They've been probably the best team against the tight end. So I'm not going to go ahead and take that chance, Chris. But let us know what you end up doing, man. Definitely interested. Perk said Schultz over Tonyan over Fant in his opinion. All right. Bet. Yeah, so we just have Fant and Tonyan switched. Jordan DiCarlo's on. He said, What's up, guys? I'll probably ask this Sunday too. You remember Bobby DiCarlo, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
This is his goal on me. I'm sure he did. This is his oh no, that's Nikki. That's Nikki.
Oh, is it Nikki?
Yeah, that's Nikki. No, Bobby DiCarlo used to play with me on the he used to play with me on the Tropics.
Oh, good old
Tropics. You would know him if you saw him, but yeah, get tropical. But Jordo's his not so little brother anymore. He said, "What's up, guys? I'll probably ask this Sunday too, just to hear everyone's thoughts. But Tony or DeErnest for flex, assuming Tony plays Sunday. It sounds like Nick Chubb's going to be back.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I would probably go with Tony if he goes. We don't know. But again, that's a Monday night game. So just pay very close attention with what you hear, Jordan. The last 2 reports I've read the past 2 days, it looked like Tony was on the sideline with trainers practicing, so he's not running the drills. So that's not necessarily a good recipe for success coming into a Monday night. But if Shepard's available in your league, and maybe even Darius Slayton, as much as I hate to see that, if you're willing to wait Monday for Tony, pick up one of those 2 guys immediately. Shepard over Darius Slayton for sure. Shepard shouldn't be available in most leagues, in my opinion. But if one of those 2 guys are available, make sure you pick him up, because if he can't go, you're going to want to immediately plug him. And don't wait till Monday too, because if your guy sees, if the guy you're playing sees that, you're waiting till Monday, he could pick him up just to block you from that and force you to play D'Ernest Johnson. So I would pick them up now.
I'm leaning on it's a divisional game. They're playing Pittsburgh. Those games are always ground and pound games. I mean, usually they play each other twice. So usually the first game, just watching the
Cleveland.
games.
Oh, Cleveland. All right.
Yeah. I'm looking at it's going to be a ground and pound game from Cleveland. Now, with that being said, Nick Chubb here was limited at practice Thursday. Didn't see many reps, so people are being optimistic about it. D'Ernest Johnson, I actually might consider starting this week, depending on Nick Chubb, depending on his availability. I mean, we saw what D'Ernest Johnson did last week. I happen to be one of the fortunate who had grabbed him because I have Chubb on my fantasy team, and he delivered. And that was a huge gamble. I forget, he was under $1,000 on DFS.
Yeah.
D'Ernest Johnson last week. So that was I would ride that. I would definitely ride that. But again, that all depends on if Nick Chubb's playing. It depends on if I start D'Ernest Johnson.
Right.
Because he's easily going to take half his touches. So.
Yeah, the thing too is that you're saying if Nick Chubb is ruled out Sunday morning, you'll play D'Ernest Johnson in that.
Yes, I'd start him again. Yep.
Okay.
In the Pittsburgh game, just because it's a ground and pound game, it's going to be who has the ball last, who has more possession, and obviously, a running team such as the Browns, they proved last week that you can stick somebody in there and let them run ragged. So I'm riding that. I'm riding that one.
Okay. All right, I will make a point, not to say that I wouldn't. Like if Nick Chubb is out, I'm following suit. The reason I wouldn't consider, I really wouldn't consider playing Dearness Johnson is because, I mean, Pittsburgh's just been so damn good against the run, and their defense is, I mean, fairly stacked, man. Just 14.4 points per game, fantasy allowed against running backs. So. Not to say that they've been playing extremely great backs, but I mean we're 8 games into the season. You can get a much better read on how good that defense is against the run. So either way, you know, like you said, Nick Chubb doesn't go, play him. All right, so it doesn't look like we have any outstanding questions. We still got about 6 to 10 people on. If you're with us, make sure to like, make sure to share. It helps us get out there. We got a new guy with us right now, a longtime listener, Michelangelo. Do you have any nicknames, Mick?
Yeah, I go by Mick, like
No.
like a Mick. They call the Irish mix. So I go. I'm not Irish, but I go by Mick.
the not so Irish Mick. All right,
not so Irish
all right.
Mick.
Well, we go by nicknames around here, so we'll call you Mick from here on out. Alex Sternup is on TikTok, so is Taylor. What's up, guys? Thanks for sending some likes. If you can, go over to YouTube or Facebook and watch the show there if you want to hear a two-sided conversation. But if you like looking at me, by all means, you can continue to do so. All right, we'll go back to the who would you. It doesn't look like we have any outstanding questions at this moment. That could also be because Facebook sucks and makes my computer stupid slow. So if we do have any questions, Smirks or Rhino, if you could throw them into the Discord, that would be great, because otherwise I'm probably not going to see them. All right, so we're going to jump right into the who would you. Now, for those that haven't watched the show before, for those that don't know what who would you is, it's basically who would you play this week? Who would you rather play this week? And I'm going to give Michelangelo some scenarios. I'll have him answer first, and then I'll get into why I think you should play a certain player. We're going to start with 2 QBs a little bit, and you and I had preliminary talks about this earlier, and so I already know your answer. But for the people, why don't you tell me who you're going to play between Kyler Murray versus Green Bay tonight, or Joe Burrow versus the Jets on Sunday?
I mean, it's not for me. It's not a tough decision. I'm a ride or die Joe Burrow guy. Last year, I just happened to draft Joe Burrow in the 13th round. Yes, 13th round. And he was top the leaderboards up until he got hurt. And this year, I said the same thing. I'm gonna ride Joe Burrow, and I mean they're playing the Jets this week. The Jet, you can line up a Pee Wee football team to play the Jets, or a practice squad
Pee-wee football
team
against the Jets,
and play the Jets. I mean, the Patriots just put up 53 or 52 on them last week.
Did you see that? Did you see how confused their defense was, though? Because they've been fairly good against QB so far this season. It was maybe the craziest thing I've seen all year.
It was awful. I mean, it was awful. I'm so disgusted. I can't even I don't even know what to say without getting without getting
sick,
gross. But I'm going Joe Burrow. Reason I'm going Joe Burrow again, it's the Jets. Kyler Murray's got a tough game tonight against the Packers. Look for it to be Joe Burrow's just going to air it out. You might even see Joe Burrow run a little bit just to loosen his hips a little bit, make sure his knees are right. But I highly doubt that. I'm thinking he's gonna have at least 350 yards and at least 4 touchdowns this week.
Wow. Okay.
I think he's gonna have himself a day. What you saw last week with Jamar Chase, there's some stats in there that he's breaking some seasonal records right now that haven't been touched by a couple of greats. So I'm going Joe Burrow this week.
All right, and I for sure don't hate that question or that answer. Listen, it's a positive game script for him. Real quick, Taylor Barrett said, we always answer questions first, as you know, Michelangelo, or we try to.
Certainly.
He said Antonio Gibson or Javonte Williams this weekend. I'll let you go first. It's a really interesting question because Gibson still has a broken shin. It depends. Taylor, let us know if it's PPR. I don't know if it'll make that much of a difference.
I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference, but I'm actually I might roll the dice. I might go Antonio Gibson this week. You're gambling that he's going to play a whole game. Now again, I don't think he could play half a game and have 75 yards and a touchdown. That's a good day. That's a good day fantasy wise. So even 60 yards and a touchdown, you're talking at least 12 points. So anywhere between 8 to 12 points, depending on how heavily weighted the scoring system is. But yeah, I'd take my chances this week on Antonio Gibson.
Okay. Yeah, he said he thinks it's PPR. Either way, for me, I'm still playing Antonio Gibson. I know he hasn't been the top 10 guy we wanted so far. I understand that. I think that can go across the board for a lot of players. For me, I have Javonte Williams at the 26 right now, and I have Antonio Gibson at the 22.
I believe I have Javonte Williams in the sleeper league, unless
you do. I think you do.
Traded him to Smirks.
You might have traded him.
I traded him to Smirks for Devontae
Smith. That's the second time he's gotten Javonte this year, so that's pretty funny. I'm going with Antonio Gibson. Here's the deal: even when he's hurt, he's still averaging his normal carries. He had 14 last week against Green Bay, 10 the week before, 20 the week before, 14, 12, 13, 20. You're getting the point here. It's usually more than 12 carries, more than 13 carries. Average is about 16 because of those two big, 20 carry games. Javonte Williams is still splitting carries. He's still not the number one back. And in fact, since week 1, he's actually taken a dip in carries, which is absolutely insane. He started out with 14, 13, and 12. In the last 4 weeks, he's gotten 7, 8, 11, and 4. And it's not even like he's getting a ton of targets either. Last week he got 7. It was a positive game script against Cleveland. But otherwise, I just think I have to take the fact that we know what Antonio Gibson is. We know what that team is. And I think I'm just going to go with him, broken shin or not. Taylor also said Hurts or Heineke. Without even looking, I'm going to go Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he's the number 2 man. He might be breaking. Yeah, so Taylor's actually he's an Eagles fan, and as bad as it may look, fantasy purposes, it's been unbelievable. I believe he's the number 2 QB on the year.
Is.
So yeah, go with Hurts no matter what. Forever. Drop Taylor Heineke at this point. You can go pick up a stash player.
You know what? I would pick up Daniel Jones before I played Taylor Heineke this week.
Yeah,
and that's saying something against the Chiefs.
I don't disagree, especially against Detroit, dude. Jalen Hurts could have like 140 yards on the ground, honestly.
In the first quarter. In the first quarter,
yeah.
First 2 drives, he's gonna run it.
Yeah,
40 yards up and down the field.
Right, Taylor Heineke. Thank God he has McLaurin to save his ass. But unfortunately, since weeks 1, 2, and 3, he's taken a massive dip in the rankings, and I'm not about to trust that. All right, next who would you, since we've gotten through only one. We just talked about this guy. We'll talk about him a little more. And my next question to you is Kenneth Gainwell or Antonio Gibson?
I might go Gainwell here.
I am too.
I know I just went on a tangent about Antonio Gibson, but Kenneth Gainwell, I think it has some upside this week. So I'm taking Gainwell.
Me too. Gainwell has the best opportunity in the world to beat the shit out of Detroit's defense. Thanks for the likes, Taylor. Thanks for coming, buddy. Glad you can join. I mean, Kenneth Gainwell, first of all, probably has maybe the best matchup of any running back this week besides maybe Chuba Hubbard against Atlanta. And there's some others there too. Alex Collins has a great matchup against Jacksonville, Zach Moss against Miami. But at the end of the day, I actually have Kenneth Gainwell at my 21, right above Antonio Gibson. And I think he's just going to have a fantastic day. Nick Sirianni has to get this offense to run the ball. And if he's going to fix it and he doesn't fix it this week, like I can see a scenario where they don't run the ball against Detroit and Detroit beats them. Like I wish I was kidding. I'm not kidding. The Eagles have not looked good. And Detroit, against the Rams, Jared Goff obviously had a pretty good day, or that just their offensive scheme, whichever one it is, it doesn't matter. But Kenneth Gainwell has every opportunity to succeed in this game, even if Hurts does have to put the ball in the air. Gainwell got 8 targets last week, 8 in week 4, between 2 and 4 every single other week. He has every opportunity to be a top 20 back. He has bigger upside than Antonio Gibson. That's how I'll put it. Because Washington needs to win this game. Denver needs to win this game. And Taylor Heineke will put the ball in the air to McLaurin if he has to. I'm not saying that's positive. I'm not saying it'll work. I'm just saying that that's what they're going to have to do. So we're both Kenneth Gainwell on that side. If you're with us on TikTok, go over to YouTube. We're on live at the Fantasy Dads, or follow us on Facebook. Either way, like, subscribe. If you're still with us on Facebook, thanks for joining. Jordan DiCarlo said Chubb definitely going to be back, but I feel Johnson looked way too good to not get a role in that offense. Maybe he gets Hunt's role, or gets a Hunt role in this game. Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree, Jordan. Unfortunately, that Pittsburgh defense is probably just too good for me to trust him. Even if Shepard is back, I would still go Tony. It's going to be tough, but yeah, I'd go Tony. But listen, go with your gut, Jordo. If you feel like Dearness Johnson is the guy, even with Chubb there, at the end of the day, just go for it. But I'm not trusting it. Paul said, what up, guys? What's up, Paul? Glad to have you in, as always, buddy. Yeah, so let's move on. Now, the next question I can take first. And it's again, 2 guys I have ranked back-to-back, one of which has an amazing game script today. However, I don't know if he's going to be used as much as he normally is. The other guy is, they're both backups. These are both backups. Backup running backs. We got James Conner versus Tony Pollard this week. This is probably for people in deeper leagues, 12 teams or 14 teams perhaps, but either way, what do you got, Michelangelo? Tony Pollard versus Minnesota or James Conner versus Green Bay?
I like Tony Pollard this week against Minnesota. Tony Pollard has had himself a quiet year. Quiet. He's the least talked about second back. He's good.
You think so?
Yeah, he's good for at least 6 points a game, at least. If you're really scrounging and you need at least 6 points a game, Tony Pollard is your guy. But I think this is one of those weeks where Minnesota is light on the defensive backside, and you're going to see Dak dinking and dunking, I think, this week to exploiting the Minnesota defense. They're just soft. I think personally that Dallas's running backs are one of the faster running backs in the league, and Minnesota, quite frankly, is, if you ask me, inexperienced on the defense. So I'm taking Tony Pollard this week.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with your assessment there. Tony Pollard is good for touches. Like, the guy gets touches, and I know James Conner has too. However, I don't think this is a positive game script for Conner. I'd be careful playing him tonight. Now, last game, even though the points won't show it, I want to make sure that's important. Even though the points won't necessarily show it, we still have seen Chase Edmonds get into this lead back role more and more. Yeah, dominating the backfield. More touches, and that's big for him because I think James Conner's been kind of creeping up, and I don't have any stock in him. I wouldn't want any. But
I think with both guys, you're more who's going to get in the end zone more or less. Like, can you trust James Conner? Don't forget you got Kyler Murray handing the ball off, and they're an RPO offense. So Murray wants all the glory. Come on, look at the guy.
Right.
He's gonna tuck it and run, or he's gonna dink it and dunk it to either Christian Kirk or AJ Green. I mean, we mentioned AJ Green earlier, so I mean that's where Kyler Murray takes touches away, if you ask me, from my opinion,
Yeah.
from James Conner. That's why you're less apt to see Dak run the ball this year, especially coming off an injury. And again, I think Tony Pollard has a higher upside.
Okay. Yeah. Now the one thing I will say is that I do think James Conner, first off, he does have more touchdowns this season than Antonio Gibson does. With that being said, Zeke he's eating right now. Tony Pollard has 1 touchdown on the season. So that if you're looking for touchdown upside, I'd probably go over to James Conner, but I don't necessarily I don't have trust in it this game. Arizona is going to have to put the ball in the air often and early, and they're going to put pressure on specifically Aaron Rodgers to score. So I would assume that Chase Edmonds is going to have quite a few catches tonight. I don't think James Conner will be utilized as much as he has been in the past. Now, if they're up by 3 scores late in the fourth, then we're probably talking a different ball game. But I just don't quite think that's going to be the case. All right, great. So both Tony Pollard on the board. This question is not a who. Now it can be. I'll probably give you scenarios of who would you play over this guy, but generally, my question to you is: are you playing Jerry Jeudy right away? There's tons of people out there that have stock in Jerry Jeudy. They finally have him back after what has it been 6 weeks, 7 weeks? It's been a long
7
time.
weeks.
It's been a long time since week 1. It's been a long time. People spent high quality draft picks on Jerry Jeudy in those mid rounds where you found a lot of talent this year so far.
Yep.
Yeah. The question straight up: would you play him right away?
I give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I'd consider playing him right away. I mean, take a look at Denver's going forward. They're playing Washington. They're playing. Who do they play next week here? They're playing Washington this week. They're playing Dallas next week,
And then Philly,
and then Philly. I mean, Washington's not a walk in the park, but it's a scoring defense. Washington is a scoring defense. I mean, Washington right now is I don't know what's more of a joke. The drama going on in Washington for the football team, or the Jets, and what's going on in New York and their football team. So of course I'm playing Jerry Jeudy this week. Now again, if you ask me if I'm playing Jerry Jeudy over CeeDee Lamb, probably not.
I would hope not.
If you're asking if I'm going to play a Jerry Jeudy over a Cooper Kupp, absolutely not. Cooper Kupp is just having himself an incredible year.
He's a monster.
Statistically. So I mean, it depends. It depends on who we're going up against too. It also play matchups. I mean, you're also talking now. Would I play Jerry Jeudy against Dallas next week? Probably not. Now it depends. Are you looking to just win week by week, or are you looking to win and set yourself up down the line? I mean, I think Jerry Jeudy has a much easier schedule than a few of the other guys that are out there right now, potentially on your waiver wire. For example, am I taking Jerry Jeudy over Cole Beasley? Maybe I do it this week. Cole Beasley's playing Miami, but I mean, again, it depends. It depends. It depends. Let's see. What do we got here?
I'll throw out some names.
A couple scenarios.
I'll throw out some names. So, are you playing Jerry Jeudy over Tyler Lockett? Lockett is going against Jacksonville.
Yeah. No.
Okay,
I play Lockett this week. I'd take Lockett over Jeudy.
I think I would take Lockett too. Are you playing him over Sterling Shepard versus Kansas City?
That's a tough one too. Kansas City's no. I'd actually take Jeudy this week. I would play Jeudy.
I would play Shepard. I would play Shepard against Kansas City. But again, these are those close calls that people are going to have to to deal with.
Yeah.
Are you playing Jerry Jeudy over Randall Cobb tonight?
No, I'm taking Randall Cobb all day
You're
tonight.
taking Randall Cobb, man. You're big on Cobb.
I'm throwing 200 on Cobb. Keep the change.
Keep the change. Let's
Keep
go.
the
Let's
change.
go. Keep the change. If you're here with us on TikTok, go to our profile, copy the link, go to YouTube TV or YouTube. We're live on YouTube. And you can see both sides of the conversation, because otherwise you're just looking at a dude with a Newton, Baker Mayfield, and Julian Edelman jersey behind me, smoking my vape. So go ahead and hit on YouTube. All right, cool. So Jerry Jeudy, I am, depending on who I have, I'm probably gonna try to stay away from that this week. If I got obviously you said a Cooper Kupp, right? If I got a Michael Pittman, I'm not playing him over Pittman. I'm probably not gonna play him over Emmanuel Sanders against Miami.
I got a scenario for you too.
All right.
Would you play Jerry Jeudy or T. Higgins?
I fucking hate you.
That's a tough one, ain't it? It's a tough one.
No, I hate you mostly because T. Higgins is like in this category when he shouldn't have been. When he shouldn't have been in this category.
Right,
he is because damn Jamar Chase.
Chase is just stealing the glory there.
It's insane. But I couldn't be happier for that kid. Especially after staying out last year. I didn't pick him, dude. I didn't get him in one single draft this year. And next year he's going to be far too expensive for me to invest in.
For you.
Yeah. Oh wait, what, in fantasy, in the legacy league?
in my big money league there. I got him. I drafted. If I read you my draft in order, you might not believe me how I hit on everything. I'll give you my first.
And you draft quick too. We drafted for the first time together this year, and you literally were like, "Boom! I want that guy."
Dude,
boom!
I come in with my notes. I come in ready to go. So I'll just ramble off names in order now. I had the 8th pick. This is a standard scoring league. Travis Kelce was my first pick. I knew if I didn't grab him there that he wasn't going to make it back to me. Now, did it pan out for me? You can argue, like, maybe yes, maybe no. But the way that certain guys are that I got in the rounds that I got them, it makes up for Travis Kelce. Not being able to produce all the time. I mean, he's still the top scoring tight end. So, but still, that's probably my New England mentality of, it's just 10 points. Yeah, it's just another AFC East championship, like whatever. But so, anyways, I got Travis Kelce first round, Nick Chubb in the second round, Joe Mixon the third round, James Robinson the fourth round, CeeDee Lamb the fifth round, Cooper Kupp in the 6th round, T. Higgins in the 7th round. And then, it kind of pans off from there. But out of my top 7 picks, they all hit, bang, 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 they all hit. I lucked out. I mean, this was probably one of my better years. Yeah, that's one of my better years. So
that's unreal. I do want to apologize. We are in the game already. We've been talking so fluently. It's 8:30 already, and the game is on.
We still got some notes to go through,
which is perfectly fine. I say at this point we just continue what we're doing. We started a little bit later this show. We usually start at 7, but had a little bit of confusion. I got home a little bit late, and I had to make myself some pasta. Pre-game meal. You guys know, you look good, you feel good, you play good, you eat good. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Change. How are you? All right, so. Let's go through the next. We got 2 more questions here that I have down for us. I think they're important for us to get through. I think people are going to be wondering about it. Again, if you're here on TikTok, thank you very much. Send us some likes. Go over to our profile, hit that follow button, hit the link in our bio, and you can see us on YouTube TV. God, I'm watching. I looked at YouTube TV and I said it. We're on YouTube live Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sunday mornings before the games at 11 a.m. Eastern time. It's a ton of fun, especially Sundays. We have our longtime listener, a longtime friend of mine, Michelangelo Mick, as some of them call him, the not so Irish Mick. We have him on, Michelangelo Federici. How do you say your last name?
Yeah, you got it. You nailed it.
Federation.
You
All
almost
right.
sound like a guinea yourself, my friend.
Yeah, well, where's the fucking gabagool, dude? Where's the
Keep the
gabagool?
change.
Keep the change, you filthy animal. I smelt you coming
Hey,
from the elevator.
I didn't even get to congratulate you guys on 1,000 followers on TikTok.
We just hit
Yeah,
2,000 followers, man. We
oh
we just hit
yeah,
2,000.
yeah,
Yeah, we're
killing it.
killing it. Over almost over 2 million views in the last 2 weeks. Now, for some of you guys on TikTok, I know you're gonna be like, dude, I get that
I
per
don't, I
video,
don't,
but like
I don't have a talk tick, but
a talk tick, he said.
yeah, talk tick. It's like InstaFace, like
Uh,
Phil. I don't have that, but yeah, TikTok's the next up and coming thing, and
yeah.
you guys are killing it. So
Yeah, I tried to
keep up
stay
the good
away
work,
from it.
boys.
I tried to stay away from it as long as I could, but I couldn't. Oswald Humphrey
I still
on
haven't given
TikTok.
in
Thanks,
yet.
thanks for joining, man. We got a question here, Mick.
Let's
He
do
said,
it.
should I trade Deontay Johnson, Leonard Fournette, and Darrell Williams for DJ Moore, Joe Mixon, and Javonte? The answer is yes. The answer is don't even think
I
about it,
mean,
Oswald.
I would just
Ozzy
let it
Osbourne,
rip, Ozzy.
Oswald
Full
Humphrey.
send, buddy. Full
Full
send.
send. Take that and run with it. Don't make sure he
Yeah.
can't take
Make
it back.
sure you
You need
send
to
him a
go get
message.
that. Go
Make
take
sure you
it.
send him a message. Keep the change.
Yeah, send him a message. Say, keep the change, you filthy animal. How are you? How you doing? Yeah, absolutely. You got it. You got to take that. Ryan C87 wants to go live. I'm sorry, man. I don't know who you are. This is my first time doing a live show on TikTok. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait. But if you follow us, let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe we can do it this Sunday. I'll be back on TikTok live at 11 a.m. on Sunday, along with our show. Like we said, go into the bio. Hit that link on YouTube. We'll be live. All right, yeah. Take that trade and let us know when you do. Tell them thanks.
Send us a message.
The fantasy dad said keep the change. That's an unreal trade. Deontay Johnson, Fournette, and Darrell Williams for DJ Moore, Joe Mixon, and Javonte.
And he
I want to know
sent
if you're
that?
messing with
That's
us.
crazy.
I need to
Yeah.
know. I need to know
That's
if you're
wild.
messing with us, Oswald, because that's unbelievable. I'd crawl through glass and rusty nails naked for half a mile to get a trade like that in most of my leagues right now. Keep the change. How are you? All right. Cole Beasley this week or AJ Green. Now I know it's a little bit late to be answering that. I think. Listen,
I like AJ Green tonight. I think AJ Green. I know, dude. AJ Green's one of those guys that has been hurt, like, waiting for that injury, and I think AJ Green is his veteran presence is going to be known tonight. I think AJ Green catches a couple of balls. I think he catches a TD. With that being said, I think there's going to be 6 total touchdowns scored tonight. 3 by each team, and a field goal to win the game by someone.
Wow.
So,
okay.
I'm making that bold statement.
Okay.
I think AJ Green has a quiet game, but I think he finds the end zone tonight.
All right, that's fair. He does have 3 touchdowns on the year. He's only got 2 games, week 7, week 5, where he didn't get 6 targets. So, listen, as much as I hate AJ Green, I'm fairly certain I retired him from my fantasy forever last year. I did the same thing with Brandon Cooks, and he went off.
I don't own AJ Green. However, I almost made a silly decision last week, but
what'd you almost do?
Oh, I was gonna give up on our boy T. Higgins to pick up AJ Green, but obviously I did it.
God. I think I would have drove to your house, filled a bag with bars of soap, and beat the living.
I would have let you do it.
I don't know if you can say that on TikTok Live. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, but
yeah, I don't know if you can say that. I'm not being serious. It's just a joke. I'm talking to my friend. Yeah, I'm going Cole Beasley versus Miami. Because I just would absolutely never play AJ Green. Yeah, I would just never play.
I get it.
AJ. I just couldn't do it. I would. I'd rather punch myself in the neck 5 times, which is crazy.
So morbid tonight.
Yes, morbid. Yes, Cole Beasley I have as the number 38 on the week, and AJ Green I got it generously at the 45 in my opinion. Wow.
Top 50, huh? Who would have thought AJ Green would have been a number 3 option?
Do we have?
What is he? 7 years into his career?
It's just,
6 years into his career.
It's just ridiculous, dude.
Yeah,
it's just absolutely ridiculous.
The fall off in a career of football is absurd. And then I don't even want to get into it because I just started getting over it. But Father Time is
I mean,
just
it's silly.
going. Yeah, he's just proving everybody wrong and laughing at the bank on the way. So,
It's silly. Keep the
but we
change.
won't go down there. It's a
Chester
sad
Rogers.
thing.
Is that Chester Rogers out here getting catches right now? Or is that
It
Amari
sure
Rogers?
is. I think it's Chester Rogers. Hold on. Let's look.
I'm not certain who that is playing for the Packers right now. It's not I thought Chester
No,
no.
Chester Rogers is in Tennessee, so I
That's
think it's the
Amari
other
Rogers. That's
Yeah, I think
That's
it's Amari
Amari Rogers
Rogers.
getting catches right. He's got 2 targets from when I started watching, and one of them hit him square in the chest, and he dropped it right off his sternum. But yes, that is
Yeah,
Amari Rogers right now. So
he's a rookie this year,
wow,
right? They just drafted him.
Amari
Is
Rogers.
it the kid? Yeah, yeah. Is it the kid they just drafted this year? Like
Yes, yes, yep.
late rounds. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, deep
Yeah, we'll
throw by
see.
Aaron Rodgers, and it's caught. No, Aaron Jones, come down with that, man. I need you tonight.
Oh,
I need you
man.
tonight. All right, we got one last question, and then I'm going to tell you the bets that I liked tonight. And then we'll sign off for the night.
Oh, what was the opening kick? Was it a touchback?
I have no idea.
I didn't even see the opening kick.
Why did you take a prop bet on that?
No, but there's definitely a prop. I was taking a gander at the prop bet sheet, and the ones that I actually like, and it's as funny as this sounds. So we do a Super Bowl prop bet every year. I won't disclose of where it is because technically it's illegal, but we'll call it legal.
Why would you say? Why would you say that?
No,
Why would you not say
man.
where it is?
But anyways,
doing,
it's actually I'm not sure if it was through Sportsbet, Rhode Island Sportsbet last year. But anyways, it's the same prop bet sheet that comes out for the Super Bowl every year, and just the most degenerate things that you can imagine. So, for example, how long will the national anthem be? And you could put time, whatever, and it's usually no longer than 90 seconds. Just
I remember that. Yeah.
Want to throw, yeah. The opening kickoff is it a touchback or does it get ran out?
Yeah.
I think I nailed that one last year, but and then the good ones is what quarter will the first timeout be called in? I mean, everybody wants to just assume the first quarter, but that's just such a crapshoot. Like, is it going to be called in the first quarter? 9 times out of 10, yeah. But the Super Bowl, the crazy things happen, man. So no, actually, it's
got to be second, right?
Yeah, it was the second quarter.
Oh, I would never bet the first quarter. That's insane.
Unless
the team has home field advantage, I would probably never do that.
I mean, not every day you get Tampa Bay playing the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, so.
Right.
That was some cool stuff last year. But anyways, you get stuff like that. Will the last play? Will the play? The 2 minute mark? Will it stop on 2 minutes, or will the play be going on and carry over 2 minutes?
Seen that. Yeah,
so there's just silly prop bets like that. So
I don't hate that.
The crazy things that we could do nowadays because of technology.
It's wild.
Yeah.
All right. If you're still with us, thank you very much. I am off Facebook, so I don't see any more of your comments because it was just slowing my computer down too much. Because Facebook is trash. All right, Zach Ertz or Tyler Higbee. We always throw a little squeezer in there for the tight ends. Let's see what you got. PPR.
So
Tyler Higbee, Zach Ertz. Obviously, Zach Ertz, if you played him tonight, you played him. I hope I played him in all my leagues, but
I think you might have. So I'm just saying this. I mean, I liked. I always had a heart for Zach Ertz. Obviously, being an Eagles, Eagles advocate.
An Eagles advocate.
Evil Eagles advocate in New England. I always, I don't want to talk about it, but Zach Ertz. I think it was right around the time where Donovan McNabb was, running ragged, and we were playing video games, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to be this guy, this team, sweet. and then it was getting likened to like Brian Dawkins and Brian Westbrook and all them guys. So I just kind of liked the Eagles. It just stuck for a while, and then
Sure, that's fine.
Mike Vick came along, but yeah. Anyways, I'm taking Zach Ertz over Tyler Higbee just for the pure love of. I always recognize where I come from, Zach Ertz. Much love, brother.
That's fair. All right, so Zach Ertz over Tyler Higbee. I have the same. His matchup's just too good. Green Bay's been shit against the tight end. Not to say it's going to be any easier for Houston to stop, stop Higbee, but he's just got too many options.
Houston's not even worrying about Tyler Higbee. They're worried about Deshaun Watson. Are they going to trade him? Is he going to stay? Is he going to get put on the commissioner's exempt list? Who knows? Nobody knows. Although I do think that Deshaun Watson ends up on the commissioner's exempt list if he gets traded out of Houston. I think Deshaun Watson right now won't see the field for Houston for the simple fact that it's like one of those unsaid agreements that you just won't play another down for us. So yeah, I don't. They don't even know who Tyler Higbee is right now. They're still trying to watch some film on him. So I mean, Higbee's gonna have a productive week this week. But I'm still taking Zach Ertz.
Me too. And speaking of which, he just caught a pass. It didn't look like it was for much yardage, but I don't give a shit. PPR is PPR, baby. That's it. If you're here on TikTok with us again, please go to our profile there. Give it a follow. We're booming the last week, over 1,000 followers.
Business is booming,
business is booming around here. Keep the change. How are you? Over 1,000 followers in the last week. So we're killing it. We're trying to make funny content for everybody. We started making content that was like informative, but I think we all realize that people don't really give a shit. So we're just trying to make funny stuff and put it on our profile, man. We just keep coming up with funny stuff, about 3 videos a day, sometimes more. So we have all that for you. Give us a follow. Hit the link. We're on YouTube live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday mornings. All right. So we went through all our questions. We just have we were going to go through the bets tonight. Honestly, you being a viewer of the show, to be completely honest, I did not think we were going to go this long. You've never done this, but you seem fairly comfortable. Oh, my God. Was that AJ Green? Who was that?
It sure was.
That was Hopkins. That was Hopkins.
Was it D-Hop? Oh,
D-Hop. Oh, there's a flag. No, I need that, man.
No.
Come on. Oh, flag. It's going to be a holding. That sucks. Fantasy Good Sports. What's up, man? He said, hunt it. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. We'll check out your profile after this. Yeah, that sucks because I really need Kyler Murray to have an absolute day today. All right, let's talk a little bit about the money line, the spread, and our prop picks of the night. Now,
hold an offensive face mask on him.
On who?
On D-Hop.
D-Hop.
Dude, that was a nut. You don't see that called often.
I mean, yeah, he kind of was just like towboating him. That's insane that they would call that, though. I think, wouldn't that just be like isn't that what they do every single time they stiff arm? The only one that doesn't stiff arm with a closed fist is is Derrick Henry.
Wow.
I mean, that was a toss. I can't believe they called it. I don't think he needed to do that, though.
Oh no, that was unnecessary.
I don't think he needed to do that.
Have to grab.
Oh wait, but he's got I was gonna say he got a visor on. He grabbed his mouthpiece. He grabbed his mouthpiece and let me yank that out your mouth real quick.
Like a dog.
That sucks because now he's getting taken off the field. I was hoping they just went straight back to him.
Getting the ball now, AJ.
Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I want Zach Ertz. Oh, you know what? Actually, I just said Zach Ertz and all the love, but
I know you did.
Again, I also said AJ.
Fantasy Good Sports said hamstring. Don't Fantasy Good Sports. I said we were gonna check out your profile. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you do it. I hope it's not. I hope it's not a hamstring, but honestly, it's those plays that kind of do it. All right. Prop bet of the night. What was your pick for the prop bet of the night, Michelangelo?
I was thinking under. The under on.
Well, no, you had Mercedes Lewis scoring a TD.
Yes. So my prop bet of the night was Mercedes Lewis scoring a touchdown. I stand by that. I do. I stand by that. There's Mercedes Lewis
that is wild.
Is gonna catch a TD. I said that at the beginning of the show, and I'll say it again now.
He can't. If Mercedes Lewis catches a touchdown tonight, I swear to God. I don't know what I'll do.
That's crazy. If he
that man is a walking. I hate to say walking corpse, but he's old, man. Like, how old is that dude now?
He's got to be, I don't know, 67, 68 probably.
68 years old. Oh my God, in dog years. That's nuts. My prop bet of the night is Aaron Jones scoring a touchdown. That's like the easiest prop bet I could ever take. I'd be very, very surprised if he didn't go ahead and score a TD this game. All right, so for the spread tonight, the point spread. So when I saw it yesterday, it was at 6.5. I did look on the Rhode Island Sportsbook tonight, and it was, I don't think it really matters, but Cardinals -6, Packers +6. Who did you take that first and foremost? Did you take one of those, and if so, who? What'd you take?
I think I said it earlier, but I'll reiterate it. I am taking the Pack. I'm not a Pack fan. I'm a football fan, and it's just gonna be a good football game. It's gonna be aired out. It's both teams are gonna air it out. Both teams are gonna find the end zone often, and I think it's gonna be a 3-point game. The winner's gonna win by a field goal. I'm saying that now.
Yeah, so I did not take the spread. I took the money line. Kyler Murray going for a first down. Let's go at the 10. Come on, baby. Get Zach Ertz in there. Watch. I bet you any money this is going. This is a slant, a short slant right to Kyler Ertz, or post. I guess you could call it a post. Since they're in the red zone.
Edmonds.
Oh, I'm behind. Oh, YouTube TV, you let me down. Chase Edmonds with a TD.
Hey, Seamus, Moose rather. I got. You should get the app. NFL Fantasy, I think. NFL Fantasy something. What is it?
Why don't you figure out
Fantasy?
NFL Fantasy. Why they do live games and shit?
So yeah, they got live games, and it doesn't cost anything, and it's actually up to date than YouTube. So normally I'll watch this, and then I'll cast it on my TV because I'm a fellow YouTube TVer too. But I actually find that when I watch the Patriots game at my house on a Sunday, if I don't go have Sunday family dinner after watching you guys at
Sunday
show,
family dinner.
It depends.
What do you eat,
I mean,
haggis?
Sometimes it's like chicken cutlets and pasta fazool and stuff like that.
Pasta fazool, he said.
So yeah, I usually watch the Patriots game in silence with Scott Zolak and what's his face? I'm drawing a blank, but on the hub, I listen to them guys on the hub and watch YouTube TV, the Patriots broadcast, and it's right on because of the delay. So that's if you want to change it up a bit going forward. I like his broadcast.
One of my wife's best friends just tuned in on TikTok. Hi, Julie. Hi, Juki. I'll tell Kat you said hi. Michelangelo says hi, Julie, too. All right, so we're just wrapping up here. But, okay, so for the spread, like I said before, I did not take the spread even when it was 3.5. I probably would have if it was 2.5 and it was the Cardinals. I would take that spread. And I thought it would be a little bit closer than that, but Vegas has been losing so much damn money lately that I just don't know if they know what to do anymore. They are just they are at this point panicking because 2 weeks this season already out of seven. They're getting George Clooney'd by everybody in different states. So it's just Ocean's 11 all over again.
Mind over there.
Yeah, really. I'll take the Packers at +6. It's Aaron Rodgers, man. And both of these teams, I said it before, have
Don't
been
forget,
covering the spreads
Aaron Rodgers
spectacularly.
owns the Bears, according to Aaron Rodgers. So
That's right, he does.
I
Aaron
own
Rodgers
you, he
owns the
says.
Bears.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
right. That's right.
So.
I own you. He's literally going to become an owner someday just to say he can be. All right, money line. The Cardinals. The Cardinals are at minus 280. When I took them, I don't believe they were that deep. I have a 5-game parlay, so I would never bet $280 to win $100. It's insane. My units are much smaller than that. But the money line, we got Cardinals minus 280, Packers plus 230. I took the Cardinals.
I'm going Packers. I'm sorry.
You're going Packers. Do you think the Packers are going to win this game?
I think the Packers are going to win this game. I think the Packers are going to have the ball longer than the Cardinals.
I don't hate that.
And we're gonna see Aaron Rodgers do Aaron Rodgers like things here on this Thursday night to live up to the hype of this game.
Wow. Okay. All right. And good fantasy, good sports said Arizona blowout. I don't know about that. We'll see. Aaron Rodgers still has a pretty good record without Javonte Adams. But I did say this earlier, without their number 2 as well, I don't know those numbers. I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen any quantifiable statistics for that, any historical data for when he's missing his 1 and 2. And technically, I guess his 3 with MVS. So I don't know. I mean, Amari Rodgers is out here getting the ball. Love to see it. So I took the Cardinals. All right, that pretty much wraps it up. I'm not sure how many more viewers we have on Facebook anymore. But thanks for joining, everybody. As always, Mick, awesome to have you on the show, man. First ever time listener on the show.
Fun, man. It was fun. It was. I appreciate you guys asked me to do this. It was a good time. Glad we could watch a couple of football plays together. Actually, we got Aaron Rodgers here starting to drive down the field early on in this first quarter. I believe second.
Aaron Jones for a 75-yard touchdown run, real quick. No, not going to happen. Not yet. We'll see it soon. But all right, Mick. We'll listen.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, again, appreciate it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely,
I'll tune in on Sunday and give you probably have a question or two. I'm pretty set on the lineup, but I actually dropped the Packers defense tonight to
that's a good call.
And I picked up who did I pick up? I forgot who I picked up.
You said it earlier, didn't you? I forget it too.
Did. I know. I picked up the Seahawks against Jacksonville. I'm going to be honest with you. I did that because I think the Seahawks are going to have a lot of forced fumbles. They're playing a young quarterback in Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
It's an absolute dumpster fire in Jacksonville. Hell, they just won their Super Bowl with their coach. So I ended up taking the Seahawks defense. I just think they're going to have themselves a day. It's going to be like a flashback here of the Legion of Boom. But I think they're going to run a kick return back. I'm gonna be wild and
oh my god,
kick return.
You're just begging for me to call another beer bet, bro. That's out of control. I love it. We do have a beer bet. You took the Seahawks. That's all right. Well, I mean, I probably would too. Actually, I don't know if I would ever bet the Seahawks or Jags this game. Come on, Aaron Jones, get going, buddy. All right, Mick. Again, thank you very much for filling in, man. This may become something in the future. You may need to get the webcam off of your Johnson.
I gotta get the kickstand going. You know what I mean?
No. It's all good, man. I'm really glad you could do this with me. I owe you a couple beers, even though you're gonna owe me a beer tonight after Mercedes Lewis doesn't catch a touchdown.
Well, and then driving down the field and Mercedes Lewis, I think, is in the game with AJ Dillon in the back.
Hey, real quick, does Robert Tonyan even have a catch yet?
He doesn't even have a look.
AJ Dillon! Oh, you know what's funny? I almost played him because I have him and Aaron Jones on one squad in our Legacy League, and I was like, man, should I just fire them both up? Because I think they're going to have to run the ball, and I didn't. But it's fine. But anyways,
fellow BC Eagle AJ Dillon there.
That's right, man. I hate BC. I hate Boston College with all of my heart.
Right.
So
I'm a hometown. Well, I guess depending on what sport you're talking.
Yeah, if we're talking hockey, dude, no, BC can kick rocks.
I'm a Bruins Avalanche.
Avalanche, that's right. I remember.
I grew up with grew up with Patrick Wall, one of the greatest goalies of all time.
That's
I know
right.
it's
And
a
being a
football
goalie, you
show,
would.
but,
You would.
Yeah,
No, it's
I
fine. They
follow the
know.
nuts. I follow the.
I've
nuts.
had 3 Rangers jerseys behind me for the past 3 weeks in a row until the Pats put a 50 burger up on the Jets. But all right, man, well, listen, we're gonna
Hey,
sign off
take it
here.
easy, guys.
Yeah.
I'll catch up with you guys again. Appreciate it, and happy fantasy. Can't wait till Sunday.
Yeah, me too, man. And we'll see you on Sunday. And yeah, have a good rest of your night. Enjoy the football. All right, man.
I appreciate it. You too.
And TikTok. If you're still with me, thank you for joining
TikTok.
tonight. Go over and follow us. We're putting out a ton of awesome content, a lot of funny content. If you want to hear more statistical and analytical thoughts, come and join our show. We're on YouTube Live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I know we ran a little bit late tonight, and every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern before the kickoff. And we'll answer any questions you have, any trade questions you have, anything like that. And thanks for joining in. It was a fun show.